of hours. So you'll be feeling like so tired, cognitive overload, lot of informations you have to you may be learning for the last 8 sessions. So here it is like a break session, and this session is will help you to think about yourself, about your mental health, about your stress level, and it helps you to learn the coping strategies. That is the first thing. And the second thing, we are in pandemic, and we are suffering from a lot of physical issues, physical issues, and psychological issues. So this topic is need of an hour. So that's why I think the program coordinator he thought of keeping this session here. And the second thing is, the question is to the participant, how according to you, what does mental health looks like? You can give your response in the chat box. According to you, how does this mental health looks like? What do you think about mental health? Positive mindset, very good. Being positive. Okay. Balance of personal and professional life, free from anxiety. All needs fulfilled to some extent. A state of mind where it can take rational decision. Thank you. Thank you, participants, for your response. So you're generally having some good idea about mental health. So it is very good. And my second question is, what do you think, right? Which aspect of your life is bothering you more? What is giving you mental illness? I want a response in the chat box. What is giving you job security, stress? Very good. Yes. Pay cuts, current job scenario, professional life. Okay. So these questions, no, I asked one or two questions. That is for self-awareness. So you have to think about your mental health, and you have to think about your stressors and stress level. Okay. So I'm presenting my screen now. Can you see my presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Madam, you can make it on full slide mode.
Can you see now?
Yes, good.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So the topic of this session is mental health and coping with stress during pandemic. So the agenda for the session is creating awareness on mental health, understanding stress, stresses, and the indicators of stress. Coping strategies that I'm going to tell, it is based on cognitive behavior therapy and Gestalt psychotherapy. And I'm going to give the ABCs of stress management. So I have here a set of questions. Just ask these questions to yourself and just give answer to yourself in yes or no manner. Like, are you always worrying? Just ask yourself, are you unable to concentrate because of unrecognized reasons? Are you continually unhappy without justified cause? Do you lose your temper easily and often? Are you troubled by regular insomnia, that is sleeping problem? Do you have wide fluctuations in your moods from depression to happiness or back to depression, which incapacitate you? Do you continually dislike to be with people? Are you upset if the routine of your life is disturbed? Do your children consistently get on your nerves? Are you browned off and constantly bitter? That is feeling irritated, tensed all the time? Are you afraid without real cause? Are you always right and you're always thinking that other person is always wrong? Do you have numerous aches and pains for which no doctor can find a physical cause? So if your answer is yes to any of these questions, you really need help. You really have mental health issue. If you have no to all the questions, then I would say that maybe I've not listed your problem in the list of questions I've posted here. Okay, so let us see what is mental health. This period is really a crucial period. Like, the world has transformed dramatically over the last couple of years with this pandemic situation and the most prolonged lockdown. This present generation people, they cannot forget this these times in their lifetime, right? So it is giving different social experience and different psychological experience, like, anxiety, depression, symptoms of internet addiction, and many adolescents are addicted to pornography. So it gives the experiences of hostility. It changes our sleep habits and food habits, uh, social empathy, and it also affects our relationship quality. And we are hearing sudden loss of our friends or relatives or colleagues. Along with that, we are also facing a financial stress. So it is all giving a lot of impact on the psychological development of our life. So it is also giving the symptoms of increased aggressiveness and post-traumatic stress. So this no, it is this situation is becoming very heavy on people who are alone or who are already having financial problem, and people who are not able to get along with family even in the normal time. They also trouble more, get more troubles during this time. So such stress and anxiety that along with loneliness, fear, could not only affect our mental health, but it also affects the quality of our life, right? Ultimately, it affects our health, physical health. So depression is a known factor that also affects our sleeping disorder and eating disorder. In fact, we were thinking before this pandemic lockdown, we may be thinking that we must spend some quality time with our family members. We may be thinking, if I get 1 week leave, I'll spend no lot of time with my children. We may be thinking, but now we have got a lot of time to spend with our family members. But here a lot of conflicts also arising. The studies are showing that the domestic violence has risen, especially during this lockdown. So these situations are there out. So we have to take care of our mental health. We have to cope with our stress effectively. So can we live a life without stress? It is not possible, right? So stress is a part of our life. It is actually, if you take the stress in a positive way, you can make it in a constructive way. It helps. It will be acting as a motivating factor, and you can use it in a constructive way as well. So here we cannot live a stress-free life, but we must learn to cope with the stress effectively. So for that only we are here. And this mental health, what is the definition of mental health means? It will be able to help you to think, feel, and react in a way you need or you want to live your life. If you could express your feelings, if you could react the way you want to react, if you could think the way you can think and act. So if you were able to do all this, then you're having good mental health. So frequently thinking, feeling, or reacting become difficult or even impossible to cope with, then you're having a poor mental health problem, and it will definitely affect our physical health in a worse way. So mental well-being describes your mental state, right? How are you feeling? How well you can cope with day-to-day life? Very, very important. So our mental well-being is dynamic. It is not. It is no. It changes from moment to moment, day to day, month to month, or year to year. And our mental health, mental health is not exclusively for a particular religion or a particular community or a particular caste or particular people of particular country or culture. It is universal and it is dynamic. So what does good mental health look like? If you have good mental well-being, then you will be able to recognize the good in yourself, your positive vibes, your attributes, your achievements that you have made. You will be able to feel good about yourself. It will help you to recognize every good in yourself. So you'll be able to express your emotions, okay? And you'll be feeling engaged with the world around you. When it comes to engagement, there are different types of engagement, like psychological or behavioral engagement. So the psychological engagement or behavioral engagement means the amount that you spend with your family members, friends, and relatives. So the amount of time you're spending on helping others. So the support you're getting from your family members, these are all behavioral engagement, or we can call it a psychological engagement as well. So another engagement is cognitive engagement. You can be attentive to the relevant information. You can reduce unnecessary distractions. You can process the informations in your brain effectively. You can be open to new ideas. You can be creative. You can have you'll have cognitive flexibility. You can solve the problems of day-to-day life. And another type of engagement is emotional engagement. Emotional engagement means you'll be motivated, you'll be feeling connected with other people, you can acknowledge others, you can support, you can show interest in whatever you're doing. You'll be curious to know about things, you feel surprised, you feel joy, you feel pride, humor, and all these things are coming under emotional engagement. So if you are, feeling engaged with the world around you, then you're having a good mental health. So you can live and work productively. You can cope with the stressors of daily life and manage times of change and uncertainty. So this is how this good mental health looks like. So let's move on to stress. Okay. So what is stress? So it is a tension or strain or pressure from a situation that requires us to use, adopt, or develop new coping skills. So it is experienced by each and every person in our lifetime. Okay. A person, it is like, responding to our life's demand. It is like responding to our life's demand. So these demands are referred to as stresses, which include a range of life events like physical factors, cold, hunger, pain, environmental conditions, and personal thoughts. So these are all called, this is the definition of stress. And then the sources of stress, from where we are getting stress. There are many sources of stress. These stress are broadly classified as internal stresses. See, here you have to, you have to think about yourself. What sort of stresses you're having? You're facing internal stresses, that is, feeling of depression, anxiety, or you're having any physical illness that is originates within a person. Then it is called internal stresses. Next is external stresses. It originates outside the individual. It is moving to another city, death of a person in a family, or you may miss some of your important things, like important, like somebody might have given you some gift, you may lost it, so you may be feeling sad. So that is external stresses. So developmental stresses, it occurs at predictable times throughout an individual's life. So, childhood developmental disorders. Childhood itself, we might have experienced something worse, and that is, giving keep on giving us trouble. So, keep on giving us mental health issues throughout our lifetime. So, do you have developmental stresses or situational stresses? They are unpredictable. That may happen at any time of our life. No, it may be positive or negative. So here, no, I have listed some examples. So you just think that which kind of stresses you are having, whether it is internal stresses or external stresses or developmental stresses or situational stresses that you have to think. And indicators of stress. So physiological indicators, how you can know, it is a kind of diagnostic process. You can know. You can identify whether you're having stress from these indicators. Physiological indicators: sweat production increasing, heart rate and cardiac output increasing, pallid skin, like you'll be feeling white patches on your skin. It is also due to stress. Bad breath, urine output decreases. These are some of the physiological indicators. So next is psychological indicators: feeling anxiety, fear, anger, depression, and unconscious ego defense mechanism. So not accepting others' views and always thinking that you're right. So next is um, cognitive indicators, which are like unable to solve your problems. You're trying to manipulate the situation, suppressing the whatever bad, good or bad, you're just putting it into your unconscious part of mind. We have three part, right? Conscious, subconscious, and unconscious. So we may not be consciously having access to our unconscious mind, but unconsciously you may have access to your unconscious mind. So without your knowledge, it will come out, okay, from your unconscious part of mind. If you suppress all bad thoughts or even everything, if you suppress to the unconscious part of mind, then it comes in an unconscious way. Okay, so daydreaming, unable to control your emotions, these are all indicators of stress. See, here I've given a small information about health risk factors. So cardiovascular disease, 17.9 million people die out of this disease. Diabetics, 1.6 million people die out of this. This is the data which I collected from WHO. So if the stress increases, that also brings lot of health related risk. So we must be very careful in managing our stress. So there are different types of mental health problems like anxiety, depression, eating problems, phobias, obsessive compulsive disorder, bipolar disorder, personality disorders. Many of this you might have heard or you might have learned about this. So why I'm giving this, I'm not going to discuss detail about all these mental health problems. Why I have listed here, stress is something that comes on everyday basis, right? So if you do not cope with your stress, if you do not manage, you are not able to manage your stress, that may lead to depression. Depression may lead to anxiety. Anxiety may lead to eating problems like overeating, or you may not eat. It creates phobia. It develops bipolar disorder. So one time you will be feeling happy, and another time you'll be feeling sad or moody. Personality disorders, if you have time, you can learn about personality disorders. If you read several types of personality disorders, you will be understanding that you may have 2 to 3 personality disorders. Okay, and schizophrenia, post-traumatic stress disorders, all these will come if you don't manage your stress in a proper way. Or it is like, if you don't manage your
No sound, man.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. We are not able to hear you. Hello.
Madam has some technical issues. She is connecting back. Friends, please wait. She is connecting back. She got some technical glitches at her end, so she will connect. So please be with patience. Hello friends, please wait. The faculty has got disconnected. She is having some technical issue. She is resolving at her end. So please wait. Please be
Yes, sir.
patient.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Sure, sure, sir.
Yes, sir, we are waiting.
Hello. Good afternoon. Can you give me 5 minutes? I'm just in winding of a meeting. I'll just call you back 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll call you. I'll call you. I'll call. Yeah, I'll call you. Yeah, I'll call. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. Unexpected one.
Yeah, we can see you, madam. You can carry on now.
Sir, this
Yeah,
presentation is
right.
not
Yeah,
active.
Nikhil, can you view presenter rights, madam? Nikhil is doing, madam.
Yes, sir, given. Yes, sir, given.
Yeah, given, madam.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Can you see my PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam. You can see.
Yes, ma'am.
Really sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, just I'll start from where I left. Okay, it is no, this mental health problems. It is exactly like our physical health problems. Once if we having increased level of sugar in our blood, we get diabetics, and followed by that we'll get thyroid, BP, and all other diseases. The same way, if you're not managing your stress or coping with your stress in the required time, then it will also give you lot other mental health issues. Okay. Now I'm going to give a little bit insight about our brain and its function. I'm not a neuropsychologist or neurologist, but this little bit of information is really required for us to understand how our brain is functioning. So we have 4 lobes. Frontal lobe, so it is having motor control, that whatever the physical activities that we are doing, this frontal lobe is controlling. And prefrontal area is there, which is helping us to solve our day-to-day problems. Broca's area, which is responsible for speech protection. And parietal lobe, touch perception. So we'll have touch feeling. So that this lobe is responsible. Body orientation and sensory discrimination, that also this parietal lobe is responsible. Occipital lobe, it is also it is responsible for our sight, visual reception, and visual interpretation. So whatever we are seeing, we will be interpreting those informations or images, right? So that interpretation is happening in this occipital lobe. And temporal lobe, it is processing our auditory information, whatever we are hearing. So if any damage, and this temporal lobe is also responsible for information retrieval, that is keeping everything in our memory. See, the cerebellum is for balance and coordination. If any damage or injury happens to any of these regions, so if a damage happens to our occipital lobe, then it will affect our sight. If damage happens to our parietal lobe, we cannot discriminate the sensory inputs. If anything happens to our frontal lobe, any injury, we may not be able to solve our problems, and we cannot speak properly. And the temporal lobe, we cannot understand what other people are talking. No, we'll be having a problem of comprehension. We cannot understand, and we cannot give a proper and appropriate expected response. So this we need to understand. And this is a really interesting fact about our brain. We have a reticular activating system in our brain. So this reticular activating system is a bundle of nerves at our brain. You can see this. So it is a small pencil-like structure. See how God created this system in our brain and how it is helpful for us. No, it filters out unnecessary information so that important stuff gets through. So only the important information we can get, and the unnecessary information, it is filtering out. You'll be surprised to know the informations that we are receiving through our sensory organs. So in a moment, we receive 34 gigabytes of information, or 4 lakh millions of informations we are receiving through our sensory organs. Okay, so those informations are filtered out through this reticular activating system, where it only takes minimum of 4 information and maximum of 9 information. It filters out. So how it knows what information to filter, it is also another surprising fact. It filters out only the informations that is based on our belief system. If you think, if you perceive only positive ideas, and so from the situation, or even when you're talking to another person, you are taking only positive things, it knows to filter only the positive informations. It will take in the positive information and filters out the negative information. So it is a wonderful system we have in our brain. So another part of limbic system that I'm going to talk here is about amygdala. It is responsible for emotions like fear, anxiety, anger, and motivation. And it also responsible for this fight and flight response. So certain things, threatening thing is happening, it will tell you whether to fight or to flight. That is whether to face the situation or to ignore, or escape from the situation, or moving away from the situation. This amygdala that helps us to protect us by altering all other brain parts. If you are getting huge emotional shock, our brain it shuts off automatically. You might have seen when if some people are getting emotionally shocking information, they'll go unconscious. We have seen on the roadside when some accidents are happening, the person go unconscious immediately. It doesn't mean that the person has died. They go unconscious because our body has a system that if we cannot tolerate some emotional pain or physical pain beyond our level, then it automatically shut down. So it is some how God created us. We can tolerate pain up to certain level. We can tolerate emotional shock up to certain level. After that, we cannot. So that time, we automatically go into unconscious state. And another interesting concept here I'm going to discuss is neuroplasticity. So if the participants of any of the participants from biological background, they can very well understand this neuron. So this is the structure of neuron. You can see this is the structure of neuron, and this part is called dendrites. So it is like head-like structure, and it is this part is axon tips. This is axon. So this axon, it helps to transfer the information. It is transmitting the information, this axon. This has the myelin sheath. You can see the red-like bundle structure. If the neuron is having this bundles, then it can pass on the information very quickly. If the neuron is not having this bundle, it takes some time to pass the information from one neuron to another neuron. So where this information transmission is taking place, this node, synapse. So I have given the enlarged image of this synapse. Here you can see two ends are meeting. Like end of one, that is the tail part of one neuron and the head part of another neuron. Here the information is transmitted from one neuron to another neuron. So that is how the information are processing in our brain. So here this neuroplasticity is nothing but the brain continually reorganizes itself by forming new neural connections throughout our life. So our brain is not, it keeps changing, the informations that we are processing. If I want to give you some simple example, I have the habit of wearing my watch on my left hand side. So whenever I'm going to wear a watch, I'll be just taking the watch with my right hand side and I'll be putting on my left hand side. That is my habit. So I wanted to, I'm showing some interest to put it on my right hand side. So every time when I'm taking watch, So automatically my right hand goes. So that's how my network is there in my brain. Neural network is there in my brain. That is how I have programmed my neural network. So it is how we are programming our brain. Okay. So I wanted to change that habit. So for the first week, I may be finding a little bit difficult to do that. I have to force myself to take the watch in the left hand side and put it on the right hand side. So if I practice this beyond the expected level, then this becomes my habit. Then automatically, whenever I'm thinking of wearing a watch, I'll be taking that watch in the left hand side and putting it on my right hand. So which means that during the period of time, this the neural network lost the connection between the neurons that was previously I was having, like wearing watch on the left hand side. Now it has formed new neuron connection, neuron connection and bundle of neurons that is connected, and that is giving me instruction every time when I'm taking watch. It is giving me instruction to wear it on the right hand side, because I have changed the program of my brain. So this is how we can also change the program of our brain. It is possible. That concept is called neuroplasticity. And now let us now go into the coping strategies. So self-care. Self-care is very, very important. Self-care is non-negotiable. Show up for yourself every day. Okay. So if you want to care about yourself, you must have self-awareness. Okay, you should aware of yourself, your feelings, your thoughts, your acts. We are just doing, I know what I'm doing. Don't say that. You just sit and think what you're doing. Sit and think how you're feeling. Sit and think how you're thinking. So there is another concept called metacognition, thinking about your thinking process. So it is not just you think, you have to think about your thinking process. So do that. Just be aware of yourself, your thoughts, your situations, your feelings, your emotions, your behavior. So that is very, very important. Fall in love to take care of yourself. Just keep this in your mind. Fall in love to take care of yourself. Put yourself at the top of your to-do list every single day, and the rest will fall into place. So it is not like selfish. You have to take care of yourself, because if you don't, who will do? You have to do. Okay. If you giving good care to yourself, that will strengthen your mental health, that will strengthen your physical health, and that will give a positive thing to all the aspects of your life. So here I'm going to start off with some of the strategies from cognitive behavior therapy. I'm not going to tell in detail what is this cognitive behavior therapy. It is just a psychosocial intervention that focuses on changes in unhelpful thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors, improve emotional regulations, and create a suite of coping strategies to solve problematic issues. Okay, it is like reprogramming or reorganizing our cognition, our mental activities, and reorganizing or changing our behavior. So let us see some of the strategies. First thing, we have to follow healthy lifestyle. 3 things we have to keep in our mind. The first thing is your sleep. Second one is healthy diet, and third one is physical exercise. So sleep, have a proper sleep, and then have healthy foods. So replace your snacks with fruits and other vegetables. Do exercise. Don't say that I don't have time to do exercise. There are very simple exercises and yogas we can practice. See, if I'm sit in an erected position, then that is a posture of an yoga. If I sleep without keeping pillow on my head, if I sleep flat, that is also a posture of yoga. Okay, we can practice simple exercises by sitting at a workplace, at home. At least we can just play some wonderful music and we can dance at least for 10 minutes with your kids, with your family members. That also develops a healthy relationship, as well as that helps you to have a physical fitness. And next thing is sleep hygiene. So the sleep hygiene, which means we have to have a proper 8 hours of sleep. So don't say that, yeah, I'm sleeping for 10 hours, I'm going to bed at 2 a.m. and waking up around 12 o'clock. I'm sleeping 10 hours of, I'm having sleep hygiene. Don't say that. It should be on the night. That is why the nature has given us this concept called night. Oh, that is a time that we have to take rest. So if you want to get a good sleep, avoid caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, and other chemicals. If you have that, you may get good sleep, but it won't help you on long run. Course of time, you will get addicted to those habits. Okay, an evening meal. If you want to get a good sleep, take a light meal. And you may say that if I have stomach full of food, then only I'll get sleep. So initial stage, it may be difficult, but if you have to practice. Say, I told you, you can rewire your brain, right? There is a concept called neuroplasticity. So if you have a practice of having light food in the evening, then it will become your habit, and definitely it will help you to sleep better. Exercise your body. Okay, just if you do physical activity, then automatically your body will get tired and you can get a good sleep. And you have to practice this. If you think that I want to sleep at 10 o'clock, you have to start preparing yourself from 7 p.m. itself. So 7 o'clock itself, you have your dinner, and after 8 o'clock, don't look at the computer screen, don't look at the mobile devices, don't look at the television. Okay, these devices, the light that these devices are producing, that is disturbing our sleep. So don't use all these devices. And after 8 o'clock, you can you keep your room dark and cool. You can have healthy interaction with your family members and children. You just schedule half an hour for this, spending some quality time with your family members at night, and then go to bed at 9 o'clock so that you can sleep at 10 o'clock. So you may say, I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock, but till 2 o'clock, I'm not getting sleep. You have to practice this every day. Every day, go to bed same time. Every night, go to bed same time and get up on same time. If you do this for around 20 days, or it depends on people. For some people, if you practice this for 10 days, it become a habit. If for some people, if they practice it for 20 days, then it may become a habit. So go to bed on the same time and get up on same time. Practice this. In initial stage, it may be difficult because you have programmed your brain in that way. So it may be difficult, but course of time you can develop. Have a quiet place to sleep. Keep your bedroom dark and cool, and dedicate your bed only to sleep. Don't interact. Don't take your mobile phones. Just that time is only. You can take power nap. Power nap is a wonderful concept that you have to practice. It is just sleeping for 10 minutes. Okay, you'll go to deep sleep and you have to wake up. So you'll feel fresh, so that you can utilize the other half of the day in a productive way or in a constructive way. Okay, that is about sleep hygiene. And then decision making. See, it is a very important strategy that we have to follow nowadays. Just follow this chart. Just draw this chart on your diary or somewhere where you frequently see. Draw that and make your decisions based on this. See, it has two main concepts. One is value, another one is risk. So it varies from low to high, and risk also varies from low to high. If you have a thing to do which is having high value and high risk. So do that first. See, high value and high risk, you do that first. High value but low risk, then do that one second. You have to plan the activity of your day. Do that second. If the thing is having a low value and low risk, do it last. Keep it for last. Just plan it. If the thing is having very low value and it is having high risk, it is better to avoid. Okay, you have to follow this chart in decision making or in in planning for your day-to-day activity. And the next thing is about relaxation. So relaxation helpful in managing a stress. It's helpful in managing a depression and anxiety. It retrain the brain to respond thoughtfully to the stress. See, you may ask, you are giving a lot of strategies. All this, how these strategies are going to help to solve my problem? It won't solve your problem. It will give you a clear mind, peaceful mind, relaxed mind to get an idea to solve the problem, get an insight to solve the problem. Okay, so for relaxation, you can do breathing exercise at least for 1 minute. So it is so easy to do. Breathe in deeply through your nose. So you have to breathe in for 4 seconds. 4 seconds, it should be very slow. 4 seconds. Fill your lungs with air. Hold your breath for 2 seconds. 2 seconds, just hold your breath and then exhale slowly. So when you are exhaling, you have to do this for 6 seconds. Slowly you have to exhale. Repeat this in 1 minute. We can do this for 5 to 6 times. So do this breathing exercise. So don't ask me how this is going to help you. This gives you relaxed and calm, peaceful mind so that you'll have an insight to solve your problem. So the next thing is healthy relationship. So it is very, very important. Most of the time we are getting stressed because of the relationship problems. So what does this relationship mean? It means state of being connected with 2 or more people. So when it comes to relationship, we are broadly connected with 4 kind of relationship. One is couple relationship. And the second one is child and parent relationship. Third one is relationship with your friend. And the fourth one is relationship with your colleagues at your workplace. So when it comes to couple relationship, you have to develop a healthy relationship. You have to spend at least 10 minutes of quality time. Quality time means in that 10 minutes, you should have some healthy conversation. That 10 minutes, it is not for for any argument. You have to have a healthy conversation with your husband or wife for 10 minutes. And you have to make your partner to understand that this 10 minutes we are going to have a healthy conversation. We are trying to sort out our day-to-day problem in a healthier way. We are in the process of making some good decision for our life. So you tell that, you make it clear for your partner. Encourage your partner. Compliment. Have effective communication. In parenting, both the partners are responsible for parenting. It is not the duty of mother. Okay, it is not only the duty of father. It is the combined responsibility. So we have to take the responsibility of we have to share the responsibility of taking care of our children. Don't mistrust your partner. Don't use abusive words. Don't physically abuse your partner. Don't do that. So see, this mental health is like, it is exactly like this coronavirus. If one people's mental health in a family is affected, that will spread like coronavirus. If my mental health is affected, I'll be shouting, I'll be feeling irritated, I won't be concentrating on other work. That will automatically affect my partner, my children, my child. So they also get this mental health issue. Okay, So it is the combined responsibility. It is our responsibility of taking care of our mental health as well as the mental health of others. Yes, right. We have to, if one of the partner is having poor mental health, then that also affects the work satisfaction of the other partner. See how it is working, how it is affecting the work life of another partner. So we have to be very careful. And parent-child relationship, we have to showcase the positive behavior. So children, they learn from what they see, what they observe, not from what you're talking. You're doing something and you're saying something. So they'll get a conflict in their mind, what to follow. So whether I have to follow what he's saying or I have to follow what he's doing. So that kind of conflict. So when it comes to parent and child relationship, play together, play with your child. When to play, fix up a time. See, from 5 to 5:30, half an hour I'll play with you. Fix up a time. Don't say that I don't have time. When you fix up a time, you can finish off all your work before itself, and then you can play with your child for that half an hour. And the child also prepares his mind to spend half an hour time to play with you. Eat meals together. That is good for healthy relationship. Be available for your child. If your child is trying to say something, you just be available. Listen to them. Okay. Listening is a very, very important life skill for a healthy relationship. Listening is not just when your partner or your child is talking, you may be saying so it is not like that. You have to be a reflective listener. Reflective listening means you have to paraphrase whatever they are saying. You have to take the content and you have to say the content on your own word, so that they will understand that, oh, you really listen to them. Okay, that is the good way of listening, reflective listening. Spend one-on-one time with, if you are having 2 or 3 children, spend one-on-one time with your child, and tell your child that you are loving them. Say at least 1 or 2 times a day, I love you. Okay, that is really, really a good thing to practice. And friends. So friendship is a mutual relationship, the mutual affection between the people, right? So when it comes to friendship, you should know the likes and dislikes of your friends, and what are the things are negotiable, what are the things are non-negotiable. Never ever negotiate the non-negotiable things for any relationship. It may be with husband or wife, or with your child, with your friends, or with the people who are working with you on your institution. Don't negotiate on unnegotiable thing. For example, if your friend is a vegetarian, don't ask him to have non-vegetarian food. Like forcing, like, come on, let's have only once, no problem. Don't do that. Don't negotiate the non-negotiable thing. That is very, very important. And see what kind of friendship we have to keep up our mental health. So the friend who is up for you on any situation, who is a bit cooler than you, so that when you're in angry state or when you're stressed out, your friend may help you to cool down the situation, cool down your mind. Okay. Be honest with your friend, at least with your friend. So be honest with your friend. So the study says that if you are having a friendship for around average of 7 years, that friendship that stays for your lifetime. So have such kind of friendship. It is not having thousands of friends on Facebook. Have 1 or 2 good friends to whom you can share your problems, from whom you can get advices and other positive vibes. Okay, this friendship keeps us really to be mentally strong and physically strong. Okay, so have friends, those who help you to improve your quality of life. That is very, very important. Okay, so the good friendship, person who is having good friendship, the study says that they can have a good health, and they can live for a long time. Okay, so just see to this finding of the study. So people who are having very close friends are really happier all the time. because they can interact with their friends and they can solve their problems. It is like co-creation. So it helps a lot. And then workplace relationship. That's very, very important. See, I'm going to give you some of the strategies that you should follow if you want to have a healthy relationship at your workplace. The first one is avoid gossip. Don't talk about other people. Okay. Don't waste your time just talking about gossiping about other people. We have a lot of things to do for ourselves, for our personal growth, for our professional growth, and for our family. So don't waste your time on gossiping without getting all the relevant informations. Don't jump into the conclusion. Improve your communication skill. So communication skill is not like speaking in English. It is understanding, not only the words. It is like, no, we have to understand from the gesture, from the actions that they are showing. So improve your communication skill. Set boundaries. So the people at your workplace, we have to set boundary. We can share certain things. Don't share all the things to your colleague. So they may be friends at one time and they may move to develop another relationship with others, another friendship with others another time. So they will tell all the things to others, and they'll create a lot of unwanted stuff, and that also affects our mental health. Don't do that. So set boundaries. Just think what to share, what not to share. Resolve conflicts at your workplace as early as possible. Don't keep any grudges or any vengeance, or don't keep anything. Just, we are going to spend 5 to 6 hours in our workplace, so that time we have to be happy, and the people around us also have to be happy. So don't keep conflicts for a long time. Just talk openly and solve it as early as possible. You just express whatever you're feeling about that person directly on face. So make them understand. It is your feeling, right? You have to express. So they may not understand at that time, but later they'll understand you. So keep your emotions under control. Don't shout, don't use unnecessary words at your workplace. Treat the fellow people with respect, so that you will also get good respect from others. Have positive attitude. So these are all about how to have a healthy relationship with your partner, with your child, with your friends, and with your colleagues at workplace. Acceptance. It's it's a really great thing that you need to follow. Accept your partner as he is or as she is. See, every new year or the day of our birthday, we are taking resolution of changing ourselves. We are thinking that I wanted to change this behavior, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. Are we able to do that continuously? No. We are taking resolution and we are doing it for 10 days or 1 month. After that, we are leaving it. We are forgetting it actually. So when we are trying to change ourselves, we are not be successful on that, right? So don't try to change the behavior or other aspects of your partner or child, or just make them understand. First, to make them understand, the first thing that you have to do is you have to accept them as they are. So don't try to change the thing that you cannot change. Accept it first, and once if you accept, your behavior towards them will change. Once that change, they will understand your aspects, and so you can expect the gradual change in their behavior. So in one night, nothing will happen. See, don't talk like this. I'm not liking it. Don't say. Accept. Yeah, this person will talk like that only. I know after 10 minutes how he behave. After 15 minutes, what he will do. I know everything, right? So give him a time or give her a time. And then slowly you try to understand and accept. So activity planning. Plan your day-to-day activity effectively. Plan 1 week before itself. Okay. And while planning, you have to keep one very, very important thing on your mind. I want to give an activity just for 1 minute. It's a 1 minute activity. if you have a pen and paper with you, just draw a smiley. I'll give you 30 seconds. I'll give you 30 seconds. So in that 30 seconds, you have to draw a smile, draw smileys, as many smileys that you can draw. Not a smiley, as many smileys you can draw in 30 seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds of time. And I want at least one or two participants to give the answer in the chat box. How many smileys they were able to draw. So the time starts now. So yeah, time's up. Can anyone give the answer? How many smileys you've drawn in the chat box?
11, ma'am.
11. Okay, in 30 seconds, you were able to draw 11 smileys. Yes?
27. 27.
27 in 30 seconds. Okay, very good. Okay. So, you are going to do this again for another 30 seconds. But now I want you to, I want you to fix up in your mind how many smileys that you can draw, you think. Just fix up and tell me. The first one responded as 11. How many smileys you can draw in another 30 seconds, you think? So I don't know the name who said 11.
Yes, sir. This is Imran, ma'am.
No need to draw. I'm asking you a question. How many smileys you think you can draw if I give you another 30 seconds?
20, I believe, because I was not having a pen and paper and you just started off the time.
Oh, okay. 20.
I was also taking lunch along with the listening the lecture, actually. That's the thing.
Okay.
Yes.
So what about another person? 27. Sir? Who said,
Maybe 30.
Maybe 30. Okay. Sir, I'll give you another 30 seconds and I wanted you to do the same activity. Okay. So the time starts now. Yes, the time is up.
Yes.
Yes, sir. How many smileys now?
25
Yes. 25. Okay. Very good. When we are, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ability of executing the activity. First, he said he were able to draw 27, and then somebody please, Nilesh, please mute yourself. I'm getting noise. Okay, thank you. So know your ability first. How many things you can do in a day? Just understand yourself, understand your ability of completing the task and then plan the activity. That is very, very important. So suddenly one day taking a diary and tomorrow I'm going to do all these activities. Don't do that. If you fail to complete all those things, then you'll be feeling unsuccessful. So that gives you some sort of mental pressure. So don't do that. Before planning an activity of the days, you have to understand your ability, your time, the other time that you need to spend with your family, at your workplace, and all that you have to calculate, and then you have to plan your activity. So next I'm going to move on to Gestalt psychotherapeutic technique. Gestalt means holistic. That is, the word Gestalt means whole. So it says that whenever we are perceiving the problem, we have to perceive the problem at the whole. When we are making some argument with our partner or with our friends, we may be, the problem might have started 4 or 5 days before, and maybe we are, or suppose we think that we are arguing now, and we will just take one word that they used or one incident, and we will be sticking on that instant, and we will be repeatedly talking about that. We won't be looking at the entire perspective, the wholeness. So here this Gestalt psychotherapeutic technique says that we have to perceive the problem as whole in order to solve it. So I'm going to give some therapeutic techniques based on this Gestalt therapy. So first one is here and now experience. So be present. Just enjoy the present moment. If you're watching TV, watch TV. Give your full concentration there. If you have gone out for enjoyment, just enjoy. Experience the present moment. That is very important. And second thing is give respect to others, and so that you'll get respect, you have to practice giving respect. Taking responsibility of your action. No, we are very good in blaming others. So once if you take the responsibility of whatever you have done, next time you'll be very careful before doing or saying something. So take practice of taking responsibility. Okay. And practice mindfulness. So no picture can explain this mindfulness better than this. Yeah. So you can see the man is walking on the road and he's thinking about so many factors, thinking about work, money, wife, and all that thing. See, another, the dog is going and it is just thinking about what he's seeing. So this is mindfulness. If you are eating, eat, concentrate on your eat. Whatever you're eating, just put your concentration, full focus on that. If you're watching, do that. Sometimes, no, we are just coming home, we are keeping our car key one side, and we are keeping our bag one side, we are keeping our cards one side. No, when we are doing all this, we'll be thinking about something else. We'll be just keeping everything somewhere, wherever comfortable, we are just keeping. And next day, before going to job, we will be searching everywhere, where I kept my bag, where I kept my keys, where I kept my, we'll be searching. It is giving extra tension and stress. So when you're keeping a key at one place, be mindful, focus on that. So you're keeping it here, yes, just give attention for a second on that. Just for a second, you give an attention. Okay, I'm keeping this here. Just talk to yourself, and okay, I'm keeping my key here. Okay, I'm keeping my, talk to yourself. So be present, be mindful. That you have to practice to have a better mental health. So due to shortage of time, I'm not going to explain how this mindfulness is going to help you. And the empty chair technique. This one you can practice. Here, this one is like, you can have an empty chair next to you and you can sit here. If you want, if you had any argument with your boss, you just keep one chair for your boss and you sit in another chair. You just talk like you're really talking to your boss, and you next go to that chair and take a role of your boss and just talk like how he or she will respond to your question, or the way they respond to your conversation, how they react. So you just take a role play, you just act. Okay, that also helps you. This empty chair technique helps you to face the problem effectively. You know how your boss will react, how your wife react, or how your husband reacts to this particular situation. You can practice this empty chair technique. And if you feel that you're having a lot of stress, you can also take two roles on your own. One is happy person, another one is a sad person, or a person with a lot of tension and stress and depression. You just keep the calm person of you in one chair and the stressful person on the another chair. So being a calm person, we are good in advising others, right? So when it comes to us, we won't do, but we are good in advising others. You keep your the person with a lot of stress in another chair, and you be calm, and you give advice to yourself. Okay, this helps you to reduce your stress a lot. And repeat the things which is bothering you a lot. Repeat, shout. You can talk as many times as possible, as many times you feel that it is okay to have this feeling. So repeat. If you want to shout, shout. If you want to scold someone, just scold. Not directly. I'm not saying that you have to go and face the person directly and you have to scold. Just you can lock a room and scold. Talk as many times you wanted to talk. Repeat until you get the relaxed mind. Okay. And guided imagery, you can listen to some good music and you can just think about something beautiful on your mind, or you can also think about some beautiful events that happened in your life. Just follow it on your mind, feel relaxed. Okay, that is called guided imagery. And the next one is working with unfinished business. So this working with unfinished business is nothing but this is the stage that can eat away at you, really affecting the quality of your relationship and how you see the world. Okay, so it is something it is giving some difficulty in having a good relationship with others. So if any death of important person happen in your life, that also it affects. So unfinished business refers to bad feelings, okay, which linger in response to previously frustrated situations with people. So people who are troubling or who are having this problem of unfinished business, they commonly used to have unresolved grief, separation, loss. They'll have anger, they'll have frustration. So all this kind of feelings they'll have. So how we can solve this? No, we can practice this empty chair technique that helps you to solve your unfinished business. Talk to yourself, or practice mindfulness. All these exercises that helps you to solve this unfinished business. Repeat as many times possible. Think as many times you want to think about it. Don't suppress. Don't put it into your unconscious part of mind that may come out at any time, that may trouble you in later part of your life. Don't do that. Talk louder. Finish the business. So that is called unfinished business. And the next thing is, okay, that's all with the therapies. Now here I'm going to talk about general ABCs of stress management. In these, you can just at least follow 4 or 5 management techniques. Okay, so always take time for yourself, at least 30 minutes per day. Just fix up a time. Okay, be aware of your stress, your feelings, your thoughts, your emotions. Okay, concentrate on controlling your own situation without controlling anybody else. Don't try to control others. That also may worsen the situation. Don't try to control others. Try to control the situation. Do daily exercise. That also helps you to burn out your stress. So eat lot of healthy food, veggies, water, drink lot of water. So give your body the best thing that you can give to perform best. Forgive others. Okay, if you cannot forgive, just forget. At least not for your lifetime. Just forget for 1 week or 10 days. Then you can automatically forgive, and then you can have a healthy relationship with others. Gain perspective on things. Gain perspective on things, that how you have to think how other people perceive this thing. So hugs, kisses, laughs, have fun. Identify your stresses and plan to deal with them better. Judge your own performance. Okay, set up a goal, execute it, and judge your performance, and set up a better goal next time. Keep a positive attitude. Limit alcohol, drinks, drugs, and other stimulants. that will give you worst impact on your health, physical as well as mental health. Manage money well. Save at least 10% of whatever you're earning. So no is a word you need to learn to use without feeling guilty. When you're not feeling comfortable, just say no. Don't try to say yes because no, I am just afraid that how the other people may take it. Don't think about it. If you're feeling like you wanted to say no, just say no. Learn to say no. That is called assertiveness. Outdoor activities by yourself with your friends and families. Play your favorite music, okay, and enjoy. Quit smoking. It is stressing your body daily. So have healthy relationship. Sleep well. Treat yourself once a week with massage, dinner out, movies. Understand things from other point of view. Verify the information from all the sources before coming into the conclusion. Worry less. It really doesn't get things completed better or quicker. So worrying, if you worry, sit and worry, you'll be worrying. That will give you mental health issues. It won't solve your problem. So it will not even move a single piece of paper. Nothing is going to happen. Just simply worrying. Just stop worrying and start working on a problem. Okay, if you worry, you cannot come out with better solution. So stop worrying. Goal setting, make a yearly goal setting. So this year I'm going to next year I'm going to attain all these goals. Just don't make too much. Just 1 or 2 goals that are attainable. Just set up a goal based on your ability. Okay, and says for life, each day is a gift. Smile and be thankful for the life. Then you have to understand that you are you are the part of this big picture, and you have to give some quality time for yourself. Manage your stress effectively. And I would like to end up by saying that love the life you want to live. Live the life you love. That is very, very important. Love the life you live and live the life you love. Okay. Thank you. I hope that this session would have been very useful to all the participants.
Thank you very much, madam, for the wonderful session. So it was something different from what we were, having last 2 days, 2 days now. So it was very insightful, and we all can follow most of the things what you have explained. ABC of psychology was very, very interesting. You have covered so many good things that everyone can follow it. And so thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Can we take a couple of questions? Anyone has?
Yes,
anyone
of course.
wants to ask any questions? Please,
Yes.
we can take a couple of questions.
Madam, I want to ask a question.
Yes,
Madam, मुझे छोड़ के चला गया है ना, और कुछ खर्चा नहीं देता था, और बच्चों को मतलब बच्चों के लिए भी खर्चा देता, अभी आपको बता रहे चला गया है ना, तो मैं बहुत परेशान हो रही हूँ।
Your voice is breaking, and you're talking in a language that I don't understand.
Madam will not understand Hindi, so okay. Someone can translate.
Your voice is breaking, actually.
Yeah.
And my divorce is not.
Vinita Chauhan, madam.
Sir, my divorce is not happened, and maintenance case is not cleared. So I am very tensed. So what to do?
Yeah, we have to discuss so many things. It is so personal, and we cannot discuss here. If I know a lot of things, only I can help you. I can help you to come out of your stress. So in a single word, I cannot give explanation for this problem. It were happening in your life for a very long time. So if I say practice this, you will come out of this. It won't work out. So I'll give you my number and mail ID. If you want, you can talk to me over phone. We'll discuss it.
Yes, ma'am. It
Yeah.
will be very beneficial.
Yeah, you can contact
You
me.
can send us a mail, Vinita Chauhanji. You can send us a mail. We'll share with you Madam's email ID and mobile number with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any more? We will take one more question. If anyone, I think Ritesh Patel. Yeah, Ritesh Patel ji, you can speak.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I would like to ask ma'am. I'm working in a Parul University of Gujarat. Actually, ma'am, what happened? We are like having plenty of work, starting from teaching to administration. Many people are suggesting that yoga would be useful to reduce our stress. But simultaneously, the situation is we are not getting a time to like have yoga in the morning, because early morning we have to leave the home and reach to our college, and again 6 days in a week that would be the schedule of our work. So in such situation, what other things can be used, ma'am?
See, if you don't plan the activity of your day, you will be always saying that you don't have time.
Yes.
Okay, plan the activity of your day. So based on your ability, as I said in the presentation, you will find, you'll be surprised to see plenty of time that you can spend for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't plan, then you'll be feeling like you're doing lot of activity. If you sit and write your the day-to-day activities, you will be feeling that, oh, this work I can finish in 10 minutes. So why I was just, you're keeping all the things in your mind, and you're not doing anything actually. So your mind is fully loaded with lot of things.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So with this, we can conclude the session. Thank you very much, madam, for the wonderful.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening, friends. We can catch up tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. By then, bye and take care. Have a good day ahead. Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir.
Puteswar sir ji, sir,